Hey Nick, what do you got over here?
Oh, these are ORI's brand new Generation 3 struts. Don't mind my wet, no shoes. The best of the best, bigger internals. Pretty excited about putting these on. It's gonna be really awesome because we literally just cleaned that and detailed it. Complete bolt check front to back, went through it all to get it ready for Battle of the Bouncers.
Are you gonna have them on before you race?
Yeah, we'll probably put them on. Probably put them on right away on Tuesday night. We'll put them on, and then Wednesday we're working in the cities. And Wednesday when I get home, I'll pre-run it a little bit, run it around, do some testing. Everybody that I know that's used them, the Jensen boys and Kevin Taylor, say they're quite a bit different and they're real plush. So we'll do some testing and everything, and should be good for Battle of the Bouncers. Finals was pretty awesome. Racing against Cooper and all them guys, that was a lot of fun. I had no idea, something fun that nobody knows is that I had no idea that I was winning. I never knew that until Zach told me at the campsite afterwards. So that was a pretty big surprise. The entire time, even after the race was done, me and Cooper were talking, and I congratulated him and said I was just happy with even being included in the top 5. I thought that was a pretty big achievement. So it was pretty neat to find out that it is what it ended up being, is because I was on the podium for the weekend. You get bonus points. What is it? First place is 3 bonus points. Second place is 2 bonus points, and third place is 1 bonus point. So those bonus points for every finish, that's the whole reason that got me. I believe I tied, for points wise, I tied with Cooper for the end of the season, and they had to go to a tiebreaker, which was all the times of every race throughout the whole series and DNFs. And I think it came down to Cooper had 1 more DNF than I did. So that's pretty crazy. Everybody's been asking me if I'm going to race next year. Yes, I plan to race next year. We've gotten we're very thankful. The amount of support that's come through to keep us racing is pretty amazing. We had a lot of new sponsors and 3 big sponsors that have come on board. So I'm really excited about that. I haven't got a tire sponsor yet, but I haven't reached out or tried. But so if somebody sees this video for a tire sponsor, I'm looking to put a crosshairs on you. But we got a couple big companies that stepped on board with us. That's pretty amazing, and feel pretty lucky about that. We're also working real hard. I'm sure people have seen our race trailer, our red race trailer that we pull behind the semi. That's actually not a race trailer. We actually don't even have a race trailer anymore. That's actually our work trailer. And just because we haven't been on any big commercial job sites, I've been able to use that. So me and Jeremiah, we're trying like heck to find a trailer or find one that suits both of us, that can haul at least 2 bouncers and a side-by-side, and then that's really gonna help us too. But as of right now, I'm gonna scale back the amount of racing I'm doing down south. I'm for sure gonna do all the NRRA series. I don't know how many outlaw and single events I'll be able to do, but I'll just do the best I can. My son Sully is he's fantastic at sports, and it's his freshman year, and he's kind of really taken off and all that stuff. So we want to be around to see his games and everything like that. But I am excited. My big motor from John Casey Racing, the 600 cubic inch Ford, that's still waiting on that. Having a lot trouble with communication with them. They've had an awful lot of money of mine for a long time. We're going to see how it plays out here shortly. I got my fingers crossed. I've done everything right. I don't know. I'm hoping it turns out good because I just always have looked up to them. So, but if that goes through and we get that and that's done, that's going to be I mean, I don't know how much bigger changes that guy could ever make to a buggy. Is, you know, this thing has 575, 600 horsepower. We dynoed it. It has 365 horsepower at the rear tires. That was with the front drive shaft disconnected, and we used a 40-inch USD. So not one of these, but a 40-inch USD because these are too soft. And that's what we got on, so to take it from that to an 11 or 1200 horsepower naturally aspirated big block will be a pretty unbelievable deal. And then these struts, I already think they're fantastic, and I don't think nobody can hold it against me how obviously I'm winning and doing well with them. And then these new ones are, I guess from what I'm told, are somewhere in around the 50 to 70% upgrade. And the people that are watching me and kind of pointing me in the right direction say that it's going to make it's even going to make a bigger difference for me because I'm pushing the strut so hard. So, you know, those two things are pretty huge. We don't have any really big chassis design changes. We're once we get the motor, after Battle of the Bouncers, the motor is going down to Jake Pike, and the whole machine is going down there. And what we're going to do is we're going to strip the entire machine. We're going to make it like new again. So we'll strip the entire machine. Jake will repair all these dents. Anything that's got a dent, a scratch in the entire machine, we're going to break it right down to nothing. And recondition it all. We'll put new metal panels on. We're going to powder coat the whole thing. The rear axle, we're going to do something for the face of this because it's always getting sandblasted so bad. Not the back. I want all the welds exposed. Same with the front. We're not doing anything there. I got spare drive shafts now. I got spare axles. I got spare diffs. We might put a high pinion in the rear of this. I'm not sure. Actually, we will be putting a high pinion in the rear. Yes, we will. But we're also going to have the low pinion as a spare, and the drive shafts are all set up and built so we can flip out either one, and it makes no difference. So if for some reason we have a failure, it's really easy to put a low pinion back in. But those couple things, as far as I'm concerned, those are massive changes in the right direction. Lauren Healy has stepped up and is helping us hugely. I'm pretty excited about that. That's a big deal for him to, just out of the kindness of his heart, help us. I don't know him. I don't know him other than he runs Ford, and I've met and talked to him at the Ultra 4 races a couple times. So I'm real thankful for that. And I don't know. We just got a lot of people helping us. Paul Wolf takes a phone call anytime we want. And he'll spend an hour on the phone with me, and that's a crazy amount of help and knowledge to have that at your fingertips. Jake Pike and Timmy, I consider them good friends, and those guys seem to just do just about anything that I could ever ask for. So feeling really lucky and thankful, and I truly believe that this can go a lot further with all these people helping me. As long as we can keep everybody positive and working together and not working against each other, who knows? I think the sky's the limit. So it'll be pretty neat to see where this goes. The TV. Another thing that's cool is the TV series that's coming out. It's on Speed Sport 1. I believe that's Clyde. Clyde has a huge hand in that. I think that's his baby. That's something that he's been trying for forever, and And that's a really big deal. So you can download the app, and you can watch it on Apple TV. You can watch it on Prime,
Hulu.
What else? I don't know. There's all kinds of them, right?
Yeah.
Basically, every streaming service, you can go now and you can watch our race series 1, 2, 3. I don't know what we're up to, but I know 1, 2, and 3. And a spoiler alert is, my opinion was episode 1 is amazing for people that don't know nothing about the sport or they haven't been exposed to it, or like, let's say they've only seen this machine or me racing or a couple clips or something. Episode 1 is fantastic because it kind of explains the whole sport, the layout, some of the rules, how everything works, and what the goal, what you're trying to accomplish. So I'm really proud of episode 1. Episode 2 is, each episode is a race. So 1's at Windrock. I think 2 is at Wildcat. It's every, what's the right word? Every part of the series. So race 1, race 2, and that's how the episodes go as well. Episode 3 is pretty cool because it's got me in it a lot. So that's pretty cool. Episode 3 is where I got a lot of TV time and attention anyway. Unfortunately, not from winning, but from cartwheeling down the hill and then taking right back off again. I actually crashed twice that race. Once I came flying down the first course. I came flying down the hill and smashed into a tree, which bent one of my link bars and bent my crank on the motor, and I did all kinds of stuff. Cut the belt off the motor, and then I put a new belt on and was able to run a second run and then rolled and then took back off, which it looked pretty extreme from the camera angle, but it didn't. It was fine. Anyway, so that's pretty entertaining to be able to see that. What is it? Gigabyte? I think it's Gigabyte. Boy, I hope I'm not butchering this, but there's an app out for kids, and it's all over on iPhones and Androids and everything, where you can race bouncers. So that's making a big impact and getting the sport more exposed. Obviously, Ford Play, Jay Stortz's buggy being on the cover of a PlayStation game is a big deal. So all these things are getting more and more exposure for the sport, and it's pretty amazing. It's also amazing to me to see all these other to see our series constantly being successful, and by that is they're holding their own. They're not really losing. We're having new people in kind of on a regular basis that are buying bouncers and coming racing with us. And in my eyes, I think the money is good. There's never enough money. It wouldn't matter if it paid $100,000 a race. There's never enough money, right? But compared to every other race series that I've ever been involved with and know anything about, I think it's fabulous, the opportunity that there is in all this rock bouncer racing. I think it's amazing. And I think it's really cool that our series, both series, the Outlaw and the NRRA, are able to hold together. When, if you look almost like all the way across the United States, all these different series are falling on their face. And it's horrible. I feel for everybody that's going through that. But we're not. Our series isn't. We're holding strong, and kind of keep chugging along, being consistent, just getting better and better and better and better. And I don't know. That consistency wins. Hard work and consistency will win every time. So I'm excited about that. What else? Oh, we gotta go talk about these struts somewhere. So this is such a big deal. This is a really, really, really big deal. So we all been pushing these things to their limits, actually past their limits, for quite a while. the ORI and the Jensen brothers have actually flown out here and put on a class and teach us everything about these things, how to rebuild them. They helped us manufacture our own tools here to build these things, or to rebuild them and inspect them and everything. And now this is the newest design. It's just going to be amazing. And I truly believe that these are, we better not say too much. We'll see how she goes, but I think it's going to be a big deal for everybody. I think it's going to be a big deal for the whole sport and everything. Everybody always called these pipe shocks and, thing, but we'll just see. We'll just see. So, anything else?
I don't think so. We'll see everybody at Battle of the Bouncers.
Yep, we're gonna be heading to Battle of the Bouncers. We're bringing some family with us that actually has been exposed or been to races around here, but they've never been to one the big races down south. So, pretty excited about that. That's gonna be a big deal. Another thing that's very exciting is there's a gentleman that bought a rodeo arena, our whole rodeo grounds, not far from us here. It's only 30 minutes from us, and he bought that, and he has already hosted one rock bouncer race and plans to host at least 2, maybe 3 next year. So that's really exciting when it's right down the road. There's also there's 2 people that I know of that are very seriously considering becoming promoters or promoting their own events. So I'm pretty excited for all this stuff. So I think it's only going to get better. All right. See you guys later. We'll see you at the Battle of the Bouncers.